This was done in 2014 for 2016, but you see basically we started to explore transparency on the central brand detail. My name is Rod White. I'm responsible for design in the TPV group. We are working basically with the Philips branded portfolio, so we work across different product divisions: television, monitor, phones, tablets, IT accessories, which are all branded Philips. So we're based here in Amsterdam. We have a design team here setting directions for all the different business categories. I studied furniture design initially and spent 4 years in Japan working for Toshiba. And I only started on Philips products in 1996, which was television. But since then, so for the last 21 years, I've worked for different divisions of Philips, which allowed me to fully understand what the Philips brand signifies for product design. So obviously design is we run an annual program, so we create annual ranges of products, which we strategize with the global product management. But from a design perspective, we start with looking at consumers. So we look at trends. We normally run a 24-month program looking ahead to identify what's coming out of a more high-level societal shift, which will in the end up in the high street, so that we forecast what's going to come to the high street and design for it. So we start with a process which starts with sketches, hand sketches, a lot of them, and then we go into 3D, and from 3D we can create models, and with those models then we get regional feedback. So in the end we have a range that fits the global expectations and the needs of the consumers around the world. On the wall, but also on the floor below, these are typical outputs from the design process that we have for television. So this sketch poster combines explorations on how we deal with branding, stands, and this was for the 2016 range. So for 2016 it was still very much driven by edge stands, but the central stand execution started to come into the thinking, combined with how to deal with sound and large screens. So we start with the trend research, and the second step is this. So we do the design research on the competition of what the technology is going to bring for us when we finally bring these products to market, but immediately after that we sketch, and this is the result of those sketches. And after that we turn the selected concepts into 3D CAD files, which can then be more clearly visualized, but they can also be turned into models for more intensive review sessions with the business. So what you see here are just some small examples of the process that we take to get to the final product. We do quite a lot of 3D printing initially, examining what we have in the CAD files but in 3D quickly, so we can make multiples of these quickly in order to understand the form. Can also be combining different uses of materials. But these are very much short term, so actually they physically don't last very long, but they give us some understanding of where to go. Then from a brand communication, we make many different uses of form, treatment on the finishing, positioning of the brand through transparency, to ultimately come to some that end up in the product. So in the end, this one was chosen as the 2015 brand signature for high-end premium television, but this came also from a sample, as you see here. So these are all magnetically attached to the samples that you can easily interchange and quickly understand what's working. And then from these we take them into working examples which end up with the final product pretty much reflecting what the model is. So we have to make it fully compliant to the stability tests, for example, of a stand, or the robustness, and then we go into definition of material, whether it's aluminium or plastic. So in the case of the television itself, obviously the panel is a large part of that. So the panel is driving the form factor, but also the dimensions. So in our premium area we have OLED now, and OLED is extremely slim. So in fact the designing of the OLED of the panel is almost negligible, it's almost not there. But then the design job is to then float that panel off the table and communicate that the brand of Philips is behind the experience that the consumer has. So the material use in the stands, for example. And the other part, or the other aspect from a TV perspective, is the remote control. So how one brand differentiates usability compared to another brand is where our opportunity lies. And given that we're leveraging the Google Android experience, then we also have, of course, the voice control interaction. So those aspects start to differentiate the different brands.